many countries around the world are facing similar economic challenges to us at home. So it will be good to discuss with other leaders how we can fix the global economy. Of course, I'm also going to take this opportunity to condemn Russia's illegal, hostile activity in Ukraine. And lastly, I'm looking forward to sitting down and building some strong relationships with other leaders like President Biden from America and the Prime Ministers of Japan, Australia and India.
And maybe China. Maybe President Xi.
Yes, President Xi is here, and like all the other leaders, hopefully I will have a chance to talk to him too.
And Prime Minister, you've said you will call out Putin and call out the war in Ukraine, but President Xi and PM Modi won't, will they?
Well, I'm going to use this opportunity to unequivocally condemn Russia's hostile and illegal war in Ukraine, and I know that other allies will as well, because it's right that we highlight what is going on and hold Russia to account for that, and I won't shy away from doing that.
But you accept that there will be no condemnation of this war from the G20 in a communique, will there? You cannot get everyone to agree, can you?
Yeah, the G20 is a very different forum to the G7, for example. You know, the G7 is a group of like-minded liberal democracies with similar values. The G20, we have to acknowledge, is a different grouping, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't be engaged in it, we shouldn't make our voices heard, and constructively work with people where we can to make a difference for people at home as well.
You're making some progress, but numbers making the crossing over the channel now at a record high of over 40,000 people this year. Can you guarantee, as Prime Minister, that you will reduce this number next year?
I said last week that gripping illegal migration was an absolute priority for me. It's a thing I've spent most of my time on outside of the economy since I became Prime Minister. And I've also said, though, it's not an easy problem that you can solve with a single policy overnight. And that's why we need to work on lots of different things. I prioritised working with the French at the heart of that, because without their cooperation, it's hard for us to solve this problem. I spoke to President Macron about it when I first spoke to him. I further met with him and we went over it in more detail, and I'm pleased that as a result of that dialogue we now have a new deal with the French, which is going to mean 40% more patrols happening in France, and for the first time our officials embedded in their operations. That is going to make a difference, and hopefully people can see that that's the fruits of the work that I've been talking about, but there's more to come and people should know that.